Well, look who's back. Yes, despite wanting to give up last week, I am here with another fat loss update for you. Oh, you're so fucking lucky. Well, where to begin? Last week was week 5, or like this week. I've done this. This is week 5. Like, to me, I'm in week 5. This is a week 5 fat loss update. I'm saying last week, like, I don't know. I think I've skipped a week, but I didn't mean to. It's because I started recording early. But anyway, if you're new here, hi, welcome to the chaos. If you're old here, you know this is what we get. So we hit a new low this week, which is awesome. Finally, the scales have started to play ball. I am currently on my period. I never thought that my life would entail telling people when I'm on my period, but do you know what? We roll with it. So that has come in hot, but I've actually seen a scale drop since I've been on my period, which I never normally get. Now, I'm not going to get excited and be like, oh, this is going to be my future, because if we know anything about menstrual cycles, it is that they are more unpredictable than the male species. So we shall see. But finally hit a new low, which means from like top to bottom, 2.5 kilos down. So currently still shy of my 3 to 4 kilo target. But despite last week literally wanting to be like, stop, I'm done. Like, I can't, like, I'm not doing this. Not I can't, I can. I'm not doing this. I don't want to do this. I have stuck to my guns, and I have pulled my finger out of my ass. So you may all clap. God, it's mortifying. I saw a business mentor. I'm going to use air quotes because she's a coach. She's turning into a business mentor, whatever. That's another industry that we'll talk about another day. Saying that as a coach, you shouldn't talk about the fact that you find fat loss hard. And if you're going to talk about struggles, you should always do it in the past tense. So, you know, you can talk about overcoming, not struggling. I'm sorry, I am tired and I'm hungry, okay? Last week was just a shit show in a variety of ways. My energy was through the floor. I downgraded all of my cardios. Like, I'm a Peloton fan, and I normally do a lot of the THIIIIIIIS classes. If you have a Peloton and you know Robin's like triple yellow rides, that is my cardio of choice. Like, pretty much always my cardio is intervals. I'm not really a steady state gal. I just prefer it. I like it. It's my thing. Last week was all like music rides, low impact rides. I just had nothing. I did one of my leg workouts. The first 2 exercises went really well. So hip thrust went up, Smith machine reverse lunges went up, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I've got nothing left. So everything else went down. And I actually came on my period a couple of days earlier than expected, so that was fun. And it was just one of those weeks. Like, I ate the world last Monday/Tuesday. I could not stop eating. Like, the hunger was next level. If you get that PMS hunger, you'll know that it feels insatiable as fuck. But last week was particularly bad. But you know what? Made it through. Steps, had a couple of shitty days. As I said, cardio wasn't great. I wasn't really expecting anything kind of funky to happen on the scales. And I was a bit like, do you know what? Half-ass is better than no ass at all, Harriet. But actually, yeah, decided not to give up. Decided to stick at it. Decided, do you know what? It's 10 days, you can do this. And got rewarded with scale weight drop this week. So very happy. Will say this is only going to be a total of 6 weeks inside this fat loss phase. Let's call it block 1, because for a variety of reasons I'm probably going to be extending it. It was only ever taking me up to my birthday, which is a week today. The day that this is being recorded, we have 7 days to go. So I have got basically 7 days left. This was only ever going to be short. It was a very much not me going in and being the most aggressive in the world, but can I lose 3 to 4 kilos whilst also not becoming a hermit? I've been out every weekend. I think I had just 1 alcoholic drink last week. I had an Aperol. So alcohol has been really, really down. What did we do? Saturday, Sunday. Didn't even go to a coffee shop. Didn't even go out for a pastry. None of that. Into town on Friday. No, Saturday. The weather was absolutely fucking appalling. So yeah, That's a really boring update because I actually didn't do anything fun. Had a bit of a low-key one, which is quite nice. Like, if you diet or if you're in fat loss at the moment, you will know how hard it is to keep on top of this stuff whilst you're going out every weekend. Like, it does just make life harder. And the fat loss phase started with basically a meal out and a weekend back at home in Kent. So for me, I've just needed a couple of weeks where I'm just not really putting that temptation in my way, not really having to think about things too much. I'm not having to think, oh God, what does this fit? Does that fit? So I've kept things pretty freaking pared back, which has obviously helped. It's worked. I would love it if these updates were super freaking exciting. And what's really cute is the amount of you that have actually messaged and been like, oh, do you know what? I really like it. I think it's because this is just the reality. Like, fat loss isn't fun. And I don't understand people that try and spin it like it's absolutely awesome. The results are fun. Yeah, sure. Like, do I like seeing the scales go down? Yeah, I do, because that's the goal. Do I like seeing my physique change? Yes. Do I like that I can now see abs in the morning at the gym? Yeah, of course I do. Like, I would be a complete fucking liar if I said that I didn't. But I don't like being hungry. I don't, I'm loving the food that I'm eating. Like, that to me is not a problem. I love veg. I love salad. I don't like fangirl over having rice and pasta and potatoes with every single meal. I am perfectly happy with, like, last night I did stir-fried chicken, veg, had some extra salad. It's fine. It doesn't, like, legit doesn't bother me. What I do miss, quote unquote miss, is the things like having a glass of wine and not having to think about it, or having a latte when I'm out. Like, we're meant to be an iced latte season. I mean, the weather is appalling here. Just spat, that was nice. But I'm having an iced Americano with agave from Gales. I mean, it's still delicious, but I'm like, oh, lose a coffee order, like, for fuck's sake. Just want an iced latte, but at, like, say 150 to 200 calories. And the calories that I'm on, that's food that I could actually be eating. So it's that stuff that I find a little bit challenging. Everybody does. This is not a problem that is new to me. But strength is holding on the whole really well. Did the same leg session this morning that went absolutely terribly last week. Hip thrust numbers were fine. Reverse lunges, absolutely fine. Tanked a little bit when it came to RDLs, but my lower back's just a little bit tight and a little bit niggly, so that is to be expected. But, like, the pump is real. Like, the strength is absolutely fine. Again, not the world's most aggressive deficit, and we're only 5 weeks in, so I wouldn't be expecting numbers to start dropping at this point in time. But it's just kind of interesting. I would like to anticipate seeing something in the next scale bracket down across the end of this weekend. So it really is just a bit of a case of, like, the slog is on. And I am looking forward to having a diet break next weekend. The diet will stop for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday will be a diet break, and then I'm probably going to be coming back into fat loss. So then we will do part 2, where I will aim to lose another 3 to 4 kilos. Like, I do not want to lose absolutely shit tons. I just want to get myself in a place where I'm feeling better. And this is purely a vanity project. I was just hitting the upper limit of where I feel comfortable in my own body. And it was showing up in the way I was dressing. I wasn't really looking forward to, like, wearing shorts in the gym. Didn't really love, like, filming content and stuff. And when you are out there a little bit, like, filming stuff, it's hard when you don't feel super confident. So this for me was genuinely, dare I say, like a little tidy up. So 5 weeks in, despite wanting to give up last week and being, like, no word of a lie, like, this close to going, do you know what, I'm just going to slink away, I'm going to put my calories up, and I'm just going to forget about this. We have got our head down, we've cracked on, we've pulled our pants up, all of those cliche little phrases. And this is the current situation. So left-hand pictures are very start of this fat loss phase. Right-hand pictures are obviously now, by the way, if you do them right and left the wrong way around, like, no, you're an absolute psychopath, sort your life out. Like, it's always old is first, new is second. So that's where we're at the moment. Visually, not the greatest amount of change. I'm not putting my bare naked backside on here, so you're not seeing the shots from the back. The back is showing more. RIP my boobs, RIP my glutes, completely normal. Two places we tend to store quite a little bit of body fat. Quads are starting to get a little bit leaner. Have also noticed that one quad is bigger than the other, so that's less ideal. Gonna have to do a little bit of work to kind of bring those up. I am, I think, 3 or 4 weeks into my current training program. I follow my own programming off my app Solo, so if you want to get on that, the details for that are in the show notes, caption, whatever it's called on here. And that's it. So we're 5 weeks in. We thought giving up. We're about to go into another bank holiday weekend. I don't know who I think I am. I have booked a place, it's a free place, so whatever, to go and do a 5k run, starting at the Gymshark store in the Trafford Centre. And I'm not really a group fitness gal, especially not on my own, especially with not a friend to be seen up here. So I don't really know how that's going to go. I haven't run in 4 weeks, so that's fun. I have no intentions of running before Sunday. But it shouldn't be a super duper high paced run. I think it is very much all levels of fitness. We're just doing a group run, so off we freaking go. So there's going to be an extra cardio session this weekend, so that's going to be fun. If I don't get stage fright, I might capture some of it on video, but I'm probably not going to, because let's face it, I'm going to be turning up on my own on a Sunday morning with no clue, no friend. So am I gonna whip out my phone and start filming the whole thing? Probably not, but you never know. And that's on the agenda for this week. So like a little bit more of a productive update this week, but still, like, how exciting is somebody deliberately depriving themselves? Like, let's face it, we all just like the before and after pictures. Nobody really cares about the slog that's going into it. So this is my little slog update. I hope wherever you are, you're having a gorgeous week. You will be getting a week 6 update. You will be getting fat loss over and done with. I'll record that next week before I start eating birthday cake, because one is hoping that I'm getting some. Have a great week.